this is... oh. I don't get it. What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be opening Annabelle. It literally says positively do not open, but okay. Last time we talked about Neca, we talked about the Ghostface figure, but now let's see what they do with the Annabelle figure. So specifically, this Annabelle is from the Annabelle Comes Home movie, which is the most recent back in 2019. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little freaked out about it. I'm a little scared of these movies just because a freaky doll is just something that's always been on the forefront of being scary for me, whether it's Chucky or now Annabelle. I don't need to explain this doll to you. You probably know who it is. It has a trilogy of movies. It's tied into the Conjuring, which is a huge franchise in the horror genre. So you definitely know who this figure is. If you don't, I'd listen to the packaging and probably stay away. All right, so Annabelle is known to summon a lot of demons, do a lot of wacky things. So after I open this figure, if anything happens, or this is our last video, you'll know why. Let's disregard the packaging, and I guess we'll open her up.
It's the doll, Ed. It's a beacon for other spirits.
I guess before we actually touch the figure, I am skeptical, if I'm being honest. It is cool packaging. It's not like really poppy when you actually look at the figure itself. It's kind of bland, but the packaging where it says, warning, positively do not open. First off, I love the use positively. Nice spin on a very demonic thing, but it's really cool because you get to see the figure on the bag. It still shows that packaging to positively do not open. I know that is a staple in the Conjuring franchise that it does say that, so that's kind of cool that they brought that over. Okay, so when I was unboxing the Ghostface figure from Neca, I was really impressed. It came with a lot of accessories and everything. If you haven't checked out the video, there's gonna be a link right here for it. So go check that out if you haven't, and come back and we'll see how these two compare. All right, opening her up. I was told that it comes with a note, and I'm seeing no note, which is not a good sign. Whether a figure or a demonic doll, there should probably be a note of some sort. But all right, put the packaging aside, really blank, just a black background, nothing too crazy, which isn't a big deal, but at the same time, Neca kind of is known to have those small details just to bring those figures out alive a little bit more. But I guess the aliveness, it is creepy. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Like, this is a creepy doll, and since like the Ghostface was like a rendition of an actual character to a figure, wasn't as creepy, but this is like doll to doll, so it's just like I feel like I need to go take like a holy bath after this. Wow. Oh god, this is... oh, it is. It is in. Where are them safety scissors at? Woo! There it is. I don't know what this is. Oh! Oh! I don't get it. It looks... okay, so it looks like it comes with this little thing, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it is. It looks like it's like part of a chair, so you can like have Annabelle like it's on a chair, but I don't get it because it's just like a little piece of plastic, and it's only part of a chair. So I guess if you want, you can have it like this, which is fine, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense to me because it's still not sitting on a chair, so it only looks good from like here down, like here up, I guess. So maybe if you're taking pictures with the figure, that would look pretty good, but other than that, I don't really see the appeal of that. Yeah, so we'll put that aside. I guess other than another head sculpt, that's the only accessory we have. All right, so we got the figure out, we got all the accessories, which is literally another head sculpt, and then the figure itself. Looking at both head sculpts, there's barely any difference with these. The best I can say is there's just like a color difference with the skin tone, which is kind of lazy in my opinion. Like, they just put one different skin color and they're like, all right, new head sculpt, let's throw in the box. Compared to the Ghostface figure, this is kind of lame because that came with 3 different head sculpts and all 3 were dramatically different. So that was really cool. This, I don't see why you'd really care to put one over the other. I guess the only reason I choose the one that's on there is because it's slightly more beaten up. So it has a little bit more detail, a little bit more creepiness of the figure itself. This one's like more pristine, like actually happy Annabelle. If you actually want to give this a child, Okay, do not give this to a child. For the love of anything holy, do not give this to a child. That would be, you're creating just a serial killer at that point. Wow. Old one down, new one on. Yeah, there's really not too much of a difference having this head sculpt on versus the other one. Besides, this one looks less creepy, so that's kind of cool. But this is pretty much it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of disappointed with this figure just because NECA usually kind of brings it. Whether it's like the material isn't the best, usually they kind of make up for that with the packaging, with the accessories, with the detail. And it does have some detail in the face, but like for the NECA prices, which are a little bit higher end than normal figures, not really the best for what you're looking for. If you're a huge Annabelle fan, then you can try to go for it. But personally, I'd recommend just bigger figures because then it feels more like the doll itself if you're a huge Annabelle fan and that's what you're going for. But if you're trying to collect the line of all the NECA figures they're trying to do for the horror genre, then yeah, maybe pick this up. Otherwise, I'd consider thinking about it, looking more at the detail. The actual like material of the dress is also kind of cheaply made. It's not posable really. It doesn't have any wires in it, so you can't actually make it look like it's flowing or anything. It just kind of sits there, which might play out to kind of that cheapy doll look. But again, it just looks cheap, and it looks like if you're paying a lot of money for this figure, it should actually like kind of show with the material that's being made. It's not quite there, unfortunately. Posability, oh man. I don't want to keep harping on this figure, but the posability is also not great. The arms, when I'm trying to push them up, it goes to there. That is the max it goes. If I push any more, it's gonna break. You got ball joint at the arm, the hand twists, but that's about it. Legs, same thing. The dress is pretty restricting for it, which is fine. I don't know how much like action poses you want of Annabelle, but I don't know. It also doesn't come with a stand for it to be put on, but it does come with peg holes for that, which is really nice. So if you do want to get a stand to have it standing, that's great. It doesn't also come with a chair. Personally, I think they should have included a chair instead of this thing. I was still told that there was supposed to be a note here. No note. I don't think it would be out of the question whatsoever to ask NECA to provide a plastic or even like a wooden chair so Annabelle can sit on that. That way it actually really brings you in. I know Annabelle is known for sitting on a chair and just like standing really creepily. I think that really could have made the figure pop a lot more. Unfortunately, I would have to give this figure like I don't know, it's not the worst figure in the world. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10 if I'm being honest, just because I found worse figures. If you're an Annabelle fan, the head sculpts do look good. There's not too much of a difference between the two besides this one's just a little bit more beaten up, which is cool for the figure, but this isn't great. Unfortunately, I feel like this was a bit of a miss on NECA, but I feel like NECA nailed it with the ghost face, and hopefully they're going to nail it moving forward. But if they ever revisit Annabelle, I really hope they bring it next time because this one's not it, Chief. All right, that's it for this episode of Radar Review. I'm Holter. Keep us on your radar, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you want to keep up on the latest news, make sure to hit that bell notification to keep us on your radar.